Hello there, merħba. Welcome back to Learning Maltese with me. And today we'll be doing lesson 5. It's a big lesson today. The attached pronouns and the possessive. So, before that, my usual housekeeping. I am doing these lessons to promote my italki page. You can find that on Google by just putting my name in Google, searching italki and finding that over there, or also link is in the description. This is what my page looks like. There's the ratings, there's types of lessons that I offer, the availability, prices, and of course the reviews as well. And a little introduction video, which you can watch of myself. So, I'll leave that up to you. And today we're covering the attached pronouns and the possessive. Now, this is going to be a big lesson. As of me speaking right now, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. Potentially the longest one out of the 5 lessons so far. It's a big topic and I think it's fun. This is where, for me, Maltese gets its own identity. We're not just covering basic vocabulary, but we're actually going to dive in and learn something useful. Probably, if you're a member of the diaspora, some words which you've heard, but now we're going to formalize them. And if you're from anywhere else, then, well, you're going to see for yourself what this is going to be like and how fun it can be as well. So, all right, that's a lot of general talk, nothing too concrete. Let's look into it. Lesson 5, the attached pronouns and the possessive. So, first of all, in Maltese, the attached pronouns is il pronomi mehmużin. And the possessive, very easy, we just say il possessive. Why am I giving these? Well, you know, we are learning Maltese, but also if you're interested, you can always Google these and see what comes up for some additional notes beyond just what I'm giving you over here. Now, we cannot have a discussion about the attached pronouns and about the possessive if we don't know what the personal pronouns are, or what even a pronoun is. So let's talk about English for a second. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a term that we use for a word that replaces a noun. So we have our set nouns, but the pronoun is there to replace that noun. I, you, he, she, we, you, and they. Those are the personal pronouns because they are relating to us as people, right? Il pronomi personali. Jiena, I, inti, huwa, hija, aħna, intom, huma. In Maltese, we have 7 personal pronouns. There is no it. For it, we would either give it an huwa or an hija, and if that it is a them, then it's an huma. In Maltese, everything has a gender. I've spoken about this in previous lessons. Okay, so with this basic information out of the way, oh my goodness me, what is this? So, let's start off with this left column. So don't concern yourselves with the stuff on the right. Let's look at this left column. Missier. This translates to father. If I write missieri, right, this is going to be my father. Missierek is your father. Missieru, his father. Missiera, her father. Missirna, our father. Just like the prayer, our Father who art in heaven. In Maltese, we say Missirna, that's the name of the prayer. Missirkom, your father, your plural, okay? And missierum, their father. These are the attached pronouns. So let's see this written down again. The attached pronouns. We are attaching these 7 words to a noun to achieve the possession of this noun. It's not just a father, it is my father. This E is standing in place of jiena. Missierek, not just father, it's your father. This EK is standing in place of inti. Missieru, missirna, missiera, missirna, missirkom, missierum. Same stuff, all the same stuff. We have 7 attached pronouns to match the 7 personal pronouns. Let's look at another one. Let's look at ommi, ommok, ommu, omma, omna, omkom, ommo. Now, I didn't include mother here just for the gender parity, but I included it because it contains a small exception. Have you noticed what one word is different from this list over here? This ommok, right? To be clear, the standard is ek. This is a very regular as it gets. These attached pronouns to missier are as regular as they get for this word over here. This is also very regular. The only difference is this ok instead of an ek. Why? Because has the letter O, and in Maltese, O is a strong vowel. It typically compels any other attachments, such as the ek, to conform to itself, to the O. This is just for vowel harmony. That's all this is. So instead of ommek, we say ommok. Otherwise, everything else is standard. Now let's look at this one. Hu, which means brother. Hija, huk, huch, huwa, huna, hukom, huom. What's happening here? This looks a little bit more different. At least the first 3 look quite different to the rest, right? So to the first 3 of the other 2. The last 4, yeah, they're the same. They're the same. But why are the first 3 changing in particular? It's because this word ends in a vowel. And when our noun happens to end in a vowel instead of a consonant, then 1, 2, 3 need to change. Why? Well, 2 vowels, they don't go next to each other. A common mantra in Maltese is that vowels hate each other. That's my mantra, by the way. No other teachers probably ever said that. But yes, vowels in Maltese hate each other. There's no way that I could say hui. Oh, no, 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 no. The I needs to change to a JA. Now, the reason why the U is changing to an I, this is specific to this word. It's happening again for vowel harmony. But that is something specific to the word who. The idea, the general rule is that if our noun ends in a vowel, then the I attached pronoun must change into a ya, JA attached pronoun. The same problem is here. E and u, they can't go next to each other, o and u. So we just drop it and we have ka. Not huek or huok, but hook. Over here as well, same problem. What am I going to say? Who, like 2 U's, that doesn't work, definitely. So the akka, which vocalizes to an H sound, it is hoch, it is not hu, it is hoch. This is what we use to represent our huwa personal pronoun. And then the rest are fine. Huwa, huna, hukom, huom. Yes, even huwa and huom, because at the end of the day, the akka is a consonant. It is not a vowel. So no problems over here. Okay, these are 3 examples. Of course, there's many more. Do check the description because I'll include a few more examples over there. But this is the basic idea. These are the attached pronouns. But the lesson has only just started. Because now I'm going to introduce body parts. These are all body parts. Eye, mind, and the word body. These are relatives. And in fact, these are the 2 noun groups that take the attached pronoun. Let's put this thought on hold. Let's conjugate these 3. Then I'll get back to what I said later on. So, let me write them down. We have, oops, I need my Maltese script for a second. So, we have aini. Let me remove these dots. We have ainek, ainu, aina, aina, ainkom, and intom. Sorry, I tried to keep it on one page. I couldn't do that. I wonder, can you guess this one over here? Can you guess this one? So the first one's going to be mochi. Now, what's going to happen here for the second one? Is it mochek or mohok? We have the O. It's a strong vowel. So it's mohok. And I'm not going to bother doing the rest because it's all the same. Mochu, mocha, mohna, mohkom, and mohom. I will do this one though, because this one is a little bit different in terms of the vowels. So jisem becomes jismi. Not jisemi, but jismi. Jismek. Jismu. Jisima. Jisimna. Jisimkom. And jisimo. To show you that it's not always going to be this easy, and that sometimes, given the right noun, there might be some vowel changes towards the end of the word, just for things to flow better for pronunciation. Okay, now, back to that point. Whoopsie, my keyboard made a mistake. There we go. Now, let's talk a little bit about that paused thought from before. These attached pronouns only work with a select few nouns, with relatives and with body parts. That's it. Relatives, nouns for relatives, and nouns for body parts. Every other noun that does not conform to this group, there's a different way to express my mobile. Mobile is neither a family member, debatable on if it's a body part or not, but as far as Maltese is concerned, it's not. Your car, her food, his furniture. You get the idea. Over here, we're not doing attached pronouns for these types of words. These attached pronouns are only used for relatives, family members, and body parts. There are exceptions though. There is a select few words which aren't relatives or body parts but still take the attached pronouns, and I wrote them down over here. Dar, which means house, triq, which means street, and kamra, which means room. There could be a few more, but for the most part it's these three. They're not body parts, they're not relatives, but still I think I can make the argument that dar, house, triq, street, and kamra, room, are very much tied to the family, right? The family house, your address, and your room where you're living inside the house. So, for conjugations of these, please do check the description. Second exception is in the formulation of the attached pronoun for words typically ending in the letter A. Mara, which means woman but also means wife. Tri is actually a feminine word. It doesn't end in an A, that's why I wrote typically ending. It doesn't end in an A, but it's going to change in the same way, as I will talk about soon. And then we have nanna, which ends in the letter A. Once upon a time, Mara was not written as Mara, it was written as Marat. Tri wasn't written as Tri, it was once upon a time written as Triat. And nanna, I'm not going to talk about this because nanna is a loan word. It was never written as nannat, but it has conformed to this exception in conjugation. So let me talk about Mara for a second. So we would have not Mari, but Marti, my wife. Martek, your wife. Martu, his wife. For triat, we would have tri'ti, tri'tek, or tri'itek. Some people say it like that. Triqtu. The T emerges. Now, to be clear, marat and triqat, we do not say. We do not say these anymore. I've never known anybody to say them like that. The word is mara and triq. But, the conjugation, as far as the conjugation of the attached pronoun is concerned, the T comes out. For nanna, I didn't write nannat. Why? Because nanna is a loan word, but it has conformed to the Arabic style of attaching pronouns for nouns ending in the letter A. We would have nanti, nantek, nantu. Let's go all the way. Nannita, nannitna, nannitkom, and nannitom. All right, good. Let's continue. Prepositions. Prepositions are not nouns. So when I said that this attaching of the pronouns is only for relatives, for body parts, and a few select other words, I wasn't lying. That's as far as nouns are concerned. But, sorry about that. I do have a slight issue with my keyboard. But as far as prepositions are concerned, we can also do the attached pronouns. Bħal, which means like, I can say bħali, bħalek, bħalu, bħala, bħalna, bħalkom, bħalom. For fi, now fi, notice fi ends in a vowel. So it's going to sound something very similar to this. In fact, we say fia, fik, fich, fia, fina, fikom, and fiom. These are all in the description. Everything I say, every conjugation, even if I don't write it down, it's going to be in the description. So please don't worry about that. Lil, which means two. Lili, lilek, lilu, lila, lilna, lilkom, lilom. For these I wrote down andi, andek, andu, anda, anna, andkom, and andom. I'm gonna talk about this later on, this andi and andek. Let's talk about ma and ta. They have the same pronunciation. They rhyme, in other words. Miai, this one would be ti. Miek, tiek. Meow, like the cat, meow. Tiao. Macha, tacha. Mana, tana. Makom, takom, machom, and tachom. Ma means with, and ta means of. And this is very, very important. This ta meaning of. Because if I want to say my mobile and your mobile and his mobile, is going to be something like this. Il mobile ti. Il mobile tiek. Il ktieb tacha. Not mobily, not mobilek, not, oh, this is very annoying, not il ktieb ktieba, il ktieb tacha. Okay. To review. Attached pronouns. What are the attached pronouns? These, in bold, are the attached pronouns. We are attaching them to our main noun. This is how we get my, whatever, your, whatever, etc. We can only use the attached pronouns with relatives or family members and body parts, a select few other nouns, principally these ones, and also prepositions. For every other noun, we're going to use the conjugation of ta, which means of. So, il mobile ti, my mobile, il mobile tiek, your mobile. I'm not going to talk about it today, But this conjugation of aunt means at. But when I conjugate it, this becomes our verb to have in Maltese. Andi, I have. Andek, you have. Andu, he has. Anda, she has. We have, you have, they have. I'll do one example here. For example, jiena andi ktieb. I have a book. But I'm not going to go into more detail because I think this lesson is long enough as is. So thank you very much for your attention. Hopefully I haven't confused you too much or turned you off Maltese. I think this is very interesting grammar, especially for somebody coming from European languages. As a final note, I do want to remind you of my italki profile. I can explain this to you more eloquently, one-to-one, answering all of your questions. And stay tuned for our next lesson on the past tense, our first tense to discuss in the Maltese language. Thank you, everybody. Grazzi u saħħa.